As it stands here, it is what they call an expression, in that A can represent any value whatsoever because none has been declared. As soon as we change it to an equation, that will fix the value of A. It's called an equation because it has an equal sign in it. There's going to be two approaches, and I'm going to use first principles in both so that you can see what happens. For add or subtract, you change what you don't want into 0 and it magically occurs on the other side of the equals. For multiply and divide, which we've got here, you change it to 1 and it magically appears on the other side of the equals. Now the method is that first of all we isolate groups, we then split the groups down into the parts we want. Our objective is to have A, if you like, on top, like in fraction format, equals some number. Alright, that is our objective. A is, I'll use the term downstairs if you like, it's within the denominator. So we've got to first of all isolate that as a group, get it on its own. We can then start to dismantle it. Like I said, we need to change what we don't want on one side into 1. So to do that, if I multiply the left by that value, I have to also multiply the right by that value. So we end up with multiply by 3a plus 5 as a group times 7 over 3a plus 5 equals 5. Now I've multiplied the left by that, so I've got to multiply the right by that, 3a plus 5. Now this brings into play different things that you may not have come across before. There is a multiply there, it is understood. People do this by convention, they don't write the multiply, but it is there. This now, this left hand side is exactly the same as 3a plus 5 as a group, all over as a group 3a plus 5 times the 7. Right? That is exactly the same as that. So this becomes 1. There's the multiply, there's the 7. 1 times 7 is 7. So we have effectively removed it from the left hand side. So what we end up with here is 7 equals something. Consider this in explaining multiplying the brackets. Suppose we have 2 times 6. Well, we know that that is 12. Let me split the 6 into 4 plus 2. That is still 6. That is still the 6. There's the multiply, there's the 2. So this is saying 2 times, we got 2 of those. So we've got 4 plus 2, put with 4 plus 2. You know, we got 2 of those, that's what this is saying. Add those up, 4 plus 4 is 8. 2 plus 2 is 4. 8 plus 4 equals 12. This here, what it's doing, notice there's 2 4s and 2 2s. It's multiplying everything inside that bracket by the 2. 2 times 4, we got 2 of them. 2 times 2, we got 2 of them. So it'll be the same 2 times A plus B. We would in fact have 2 times A plus 2 times B. You multiply everything inside the bracket by the number that's outside. Okay, the left hand side becomes 7 because they cancel out. We've now got 5 times everything inside that bracket. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 5 is 25. That is understood to be plus. Plus times plus is plus. Plus times plus is plus, so that's fine. Now we want to be able to isolate from this group here the A. So we want that part that has A in it on its own, which means we need to get rid of that. With addition or subtraction, we change it to 0. So we need to subtract, do the opposite sign of that, 25 from both sides. So we end up with 7 minus 25 equals 15A plus 25 minus 25. See, we've subtracted 25 from both sides. That lot becomes 0. Add 0 to this makes no difference, so that is still, or it is now just 15A. This one here becomes negative 18. Now we've got to multiply 15 lots of that, change the 15 into 1, so we divide both sides by 15. Or, the same effect, we multiply, divide by 15 is exactly the same as multiply by 1 over 15. So we multiply both sides by 1 over 15. There's 18. Multiply it by 1 over 15 equals 15A multiplied by 1 over 15. See, both sides, that side, that side. Give himself a bit more room. This becomes negative 18 over 15. Those cancel out. That becomes just A. So A is negative 18 over 15. Does the other side work the same way? Okay, let's go back and see if it does. No, I'm going to leave that there, I think. Let me... Right. This here, we want the part with A in it on the top. So just turn the thing upside down. 3A plus the 5 over 7 equals, if you like, we can put that over 1 over 5. We've now got the part, the group that has A in it on the top, which is what we want. We want it on the top. See, we gradually work our way to where we want to be. But we need to get rid of the 7. Remember, divide or multiply. If you want to get rid of something, change it into 1. So what I do is I multiply both sides by 7. So we end up with 3A plus the 5 over the 7. There's the equals 1 over 5. Because I multiplied the left by 7, I multiplied the right by 7. Those two cancel out. So we end up with just 3A plus 5 equals, now if you do that, once times 5 is 5, 7 times 1 is 7. Both are positive, so the answer is positive. Now we've got our group here. Within that is another group. It's the bit with the A. So we need to get rid of the part that does not have A in it. We need to get rid of the 5. That's add. For add or subtract, change it to 0. So what we do is we go 3A plus 5 minus 5. That then becomes 0. Now, because we subtracted 5 from the left, we must subtract 5 from the right. So now we've got 3A equals, now if I do this here, all over the 5, there's the 7, there's the minus, 5 5s are 25, we end up with 3A equals minus 18 over 5. We now want to get A on its own, so we need to get rid of the 3. There's a multiply there, although it's not written. So we have to change the 3 into 1, multiply both sides by 1 over 3. See, both sides multiplied by 1 over 3. They cancel out. And we end up with A equals, now look, minus 18 or negative 18, put the line. Once times 18 is 18, 3 times 5 is 15. Both approaches work. One is just a slight variation on the other. Basically, they are the same thing.